So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
Say cheese! Ringers!
Now leave me alone. Go! Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
If I could only be with you once more and hold you tightly to my heart, we could walk this road together and never ever be apart. Your light will shine on every forest. So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world.
Let us see how the story unfolds. I am sure the ending will be engaging. So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
Say cheese! Ringers!
Now leave me alone. Go! Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
If I could only be with you once more and hold you tightly to my heart, we could walk this road together and never ever be apart. Your light will shine on every forest. So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world.
Let us see how the story unfolds. I am sure the ending will be engaging. So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
Say cheese! Ringers!
Now leave me alone. Go! Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
If I could only be with you once more and hold you tightly to my heart, we could walk this road together and never ever be apart. Your light will shine on every forest. So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world.
Let us see how the story unfolds. I am sure the ending will be engaging. So, this is the child who will save the world.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
Say cheese! Ringers!
Now leave me alone. Go! Come on, don't go getting all soppy on me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't save her.
First, you will have to save yourself.
If I could only be with you once more and hold you tightly to my heart, we could walk this road together and never ever be apart. Your light will shine on every forest. So this is your world.
That's right. A whole nother world.
Let us see how the story unfolds. I am sure the ending will be engaging.
Hello, how are y'all doing today? I'm back with more Kuni. Now, I actually noticed that although I didn't get many live viewers, I got a lot of views in the last Kuni episode. I'd like to thank all of you so much for that. And that alone just showed me that Ni no Kuni is a game just worth streaming the most. Anyway, I guess last time we took care of Rusty's nightmare and got Esther to join the party. This time we're gonna go to the Temple of Trials. Yeah, Esther. Okay, so now that Esther is in the party, I can go over how other party members work. They work like familiars, except the AI controls them. If I wanted, I could take direct control of Esther anytime I wanted, along with her familiars. Esther is a healer. If I go into her abilities, she has Chirpy Tune. Now, it's a good time to bring this up. Familiars learn tricks by leveling up. So do party members. Oliver is the only exception to where you learn abilities when leveling up. Oliver learns new spells as you progress through the story, and collect more pages to the Wizard's Companion. Now, as far as human party members go, you want to prioritize the magic of Oliver and Esther over attack. I'll be back. My apologies for that. I've returned. Sorry to cut a tutorial like that off. Like I was trying to say, Esther is a healer. Oliver is a magic attacker. As far as familiars, you want Esther to have the healing ones and Oliver to have the attacking ones. And now it's time I go over what every Ni no Kuni player has suffered through. The AI is not perfect. There will be moments where you absolutely need healing, but Esther has already used all of her MP. In my experience, Esther is always the first one to go down in combat. You'll see in due time. Esther does not... So Esther's AI works like this. She heals with no regard to saving her MP. If you get hit for 10 damage, she'll immediately heal you. But when you get hit for around 70 damage later, she won't have the MP needed to heal you.
Esther, I'll give it my all.
Yeah, and Trippy is going over tactics. Now, as far as tactics go, you do not have to do this, but here's what I recommend and am going to be doing. Put Esther on Keep Us Healthy. That will make her heal more often. So, Esther will almost never keep you alive. But she'll definitely lighten the load. Her familiars will attack. For Oliver, in the rare time that you are not in direct control of him, I recommend either doing one of two things. Don't use abilities, or just provide backup. No matter what, do not have Oliver on Give It Your All or Do What You Like. MP is required for puzzles. If you have it on either of them, Oliver will launch spells and tricks at enemies with absolutely no regard to his MP. So for newcomers, I highly suggest you keep control of Oliver and you don't even touch the other human party members. They do their job well enough. Except for Esther. But you'll see why Esther is important later, and will actually be the one you switch to the most. Those that have played Ni no Kuni know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to put him on Don't Use Abilities. Now, you can also set party members to attack a different target from you, just attack the weakest target, or attack the same target as you. This is purely down to preference. I like to keep it as is and attacking different targets. Keep in mind, this is the unoptimal tactic. If everyone is attacking different targets, you won't quickly kill anything. But this game is also easy enough to where you don't have to mess with the target option. Very rarely in boss fights will they have minions you need to destroy. Most of the time it will be single bosses. So the target will only take huge effect in normal battles. And for that reason, attack different targets is better, I believe. There are specific bosses, I will let you know when we get to them. We'll be using different target options. But for now, I'm going to immediately switch back to Oliver. Like I said, Esther isn't the best. Yeah, she's already using Chirpy Tune. Now, you might be thinking, why not just take direct control of Esther? Then you heal when needed. There is a problem with that. If you don't take direct control of Oliver, most of the time he will waste all of his MP, and you won't be able to complete puzzles. You will have to leave the dungeon and return to the nearest town. And that's assuming you don't have MP items, which MP items are so expensive that most of the time you're not gonna have them. The best thing to do, stock up on iced coffee. Again, it may only restore 10 MP, but when you unlock a later mechanic, it will do wonders. Now remember how I said Esther is a familiar? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I just heard what I said. Remember how I said Esther is a healer, not a familiar? Well, let's go into Tyler's tricks real quick. He has Healing Tier, and he can learn an ability very, very shortly from now called Healing Rain. These are both really good healing moves to have. We're just gonna switch him onto Esther. Now, you might have noticed something. Favorite genuses. It's time to go over this now. If a character is using something from their favorite genus, they will gain a small stat boost. The size of this stat boost is so small that it hardly matters, but it does make a difference. To demonstrate, Mighty is part of Oliver's favorite genuses. Now if we look at his attack real quick, it's 47. After switching it to Esther, it's 44. As a matter of fact, all of his stats raise or lower depending on who he's on. It's not big enough to take into huge consideration. Again, if you're playing on easy mode, you do not need to keep favorite genus in mind. If you are, though, like I am playing on, this might factor into your choice. So, now I can finally go over this. How do you check exactly which genuses each character likes? Well, the only real way is to press switch here and just look at those symbols. Then, to find out which those are, you go into the Wizard's Companion, you look for those symbols. Oliver, for example, his first favorite genus is the Milites. Second, the Vermes. And third, Draconis. Now, all three of those have something in common. Oliver himself may be a magic attacker, but his familiars are not. So, the dragons typically have very high HP and attack, but their defense suffers. The Millities, they're pretty much the all-rounders when it comes to physical damage. And the Vermies are pretty tanky and deal with status ailments. Now, Esther. Her favorite genus, I don't know the exact name, but here's the type of familiars. Birds, fish, plants. Those type of familiars do wonders. Then you may be wondering, how come Tyler isn't considered a plant? He's technically considered a fairy. Now, like I said, Tyler is a very good familiar. What I like to do with Esther is keep three familiars that you don't get a favorite genus for. For something at the end of the game. You want familiars like Tyler to be high leveled towards the end of the game. That's all I'm saying about the topic. But trust me, you probably won't regret it. Depends on how much you like Esther in the party. Now the explanations are out of the way, let's go do some side quests. Yeah, we're gonna do some side quests while I wait for people to join the stream. Excuse me for a minute. All right. Now, as far as side quests go, I will avoid doing side quests after I reach a certain level because I don't want to be over-leveled for specific areas. Now, I'm not sure if I've gone over this, but if you pay attention to the minimap, those with side quests are flashing blue dots. And those with pieces of heart to give are green flashing dots. Now, there's only 2 more mechanics I will have to explain. But the game also does a good job of explaining one of them. So, I will just read the explanation the game gives you. Which will probably happen this stream. Alright, first things first. It's been a while, so let me see. Oh, we have all 3 types of heart. So yeah, these pieces of heart quests are actually really easy to complete. You just need the piece of heart specifically. The challenge is finding someone with it. Now, I have never actually completed every one of these hearts. Hearts. I have never completed every one of these types of quests. But I do plan to do it on stream. Oh yeah, now that we're just doing side quests, now's a good time to go over this. How do you view side quests you've accepted to review them? Because if you notice, I've been skipping over dialogue. There's this little thing called the journal. Yeah, here, it's beautiful. You can catch up on story events. So, I could just copy and paste my speech from this page right here. And now you're all caught up on what happened. And if you need more details, you got more. And more and more and more. You guys get the idea. Now, here we can view accepted errands and bounty hunts. That is pretty neato, as Oliver would say. Anyway, I will only be viewing over them as soon as I lose track of what type of quests we're doing. Oh. And that is why you don't spam B or circle while skipping through dialogue. Alright, let's just go into Swift Solutions, because they're going to have a couple bounties for us to accept. Banana Thief. I expected more, actually. Flame Robes. You're going to want those, because there's actually a certain strategy you're going to want to use if Tyler is going to be very effective in a later area. So I hope you guys are having a pleasant day today. Okay, so for those that need to be caught up, we restored this guy's heart to originally help out the guy selling Tikka Mahala, I believe. And now we need to go gather some special spices. This is difficult if you do not know where to look. Oh yeah, for those of you that are watching after the stream has ended, you might take some happiness in knowing I plan to stream Ni no Kuni a lot more. Like I said, Ni no Kuni is one of my favorite games. And I am more than happy to stream it. Oh god, I just cleaned my glasses and Jesus. The graphics hit me like a dumpster truck. Oh. And for those of you that wonder why I didn't heal, it's because things like this are expensive. Equipment is expensive. I just realized I forgot to buy equipment. Yeah, when you get a new familiar, they will have no equipment on. It's up to you to equip them after. Alright, so first things first. So what I suggest for Oliver and Esther, Adamant badge and the Braggart's badge. That does two things. Prevents knockouts when HP is high, and slightly increases magic attack and defense. This, if you played Pokemon before, effectively works like Sturdy. It prevents you from getting one-shotted. Now, I do not have the familiars that I'd really want to put these on, so I'm going to say this. These badges do not have effect if you are in control of a familiar. I need two of these badges for later, but just know, if you decide to give Oliver a tanky familiar, you'll want to try to put this badge on it. Otherwise, you'll want to focus on things that increase magic attack, maybe defense and evasion as well. So something you will definitely notice, I'm keeping a lot of weapons and armor I have. This is because it is possible to get new familiars. Like I said, when you get them, they have no equipment. Equipment is expensive, and you can have a lot of familiars at one time. That's a lot of creatures to keep equipped. Now, just to showcase why MP items are so scarce, yeah, just iced coffee costs 200 guilders a pop. Now we actually have use for Phoenix Feathers. But if you have Phoenix Feathers, it won't be to revive. You won't use it on Esther. As far as priority for keeping alive, Esther is at the bottom of the list. Also, this is something to keep in mind. Even if a party member goes down, they will still get experience for the battle. You know what? I'll stay at the end. Yeah, we only did one battle with Esther, and look at her MP. I know she has less than Oliver, but it's still a problem. Okay. Now that explanations for pretty much everything you'll need to know to properly play the game is out of the way, let's go. So, let's see, first, what am I going to do first? Oh yeah, you can also sort them. I suggest doing that because otherwise, as you can see, it shows everything. I just realized I didn't fully accept the quest. So yeah, there's only 3 quests we're gonna be doing. Oh, right. So, he needs us to gather a turmeric root and 3 generous pinches of spicy seeds. We can only get the spicy seeds at the moment, I believe. So that quest you should put on hold until after the Temple of Trials. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna head to the Temple of Trials now. Because if we do, we might be able to get a certain mechanic in effect while we're doing quests.
Let's go!
Alright. Yeah, and then we have this. Oliver isn't the only one you shouldn't use attack for. You shouldn't use attack on Esther either. The only good thing about doing that with Esther is that her attack is a AoE. Which is nice, and it's really good for canceling enemy attacks and doing a counter attack, but other than that, it's not helpful. Oh, and if I were to give any advice to new players,
Here we go!
don't sell all your stuff. There are specific items that I would say are okay to sell, but we do not have any of them yet. Even small items like loaves of bread are very useful. Again, you'll see why probably next stream, actually.
Nice work!
Okay, so now I can just play the game. Alright. Alright, we have a cutscene coming up, so I'm muting my mic.
Oliver,
What is it, Esther?
why did you set out on this journey in the first place? Most people wouldn't dream of taking on someone like Shadar.
Well, it's my mom. I have to save her.
Your mother?
Yeah. She died, saving my life. But Mr. Drippy says there's a way to help her here in this world.
So, you've come here to save your mother?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
Huh?
Doing all this for the sake of someone you love? I just think that's amazing. I wish I had as good a reason as you for making this journey. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean I wished that...
It's okay.
But... Shadar is incredibly powerful. He breaks the hearts of anyone who defies him. So no one dares to resist. And they say no one can defeat him.
I know that. But I have to.
You have to try, right?
Yeah.
It's so strange. You don't look powerful in the least. But somehow, I just know you can beat him. I wonder why.
Thanks.
Anyway, enough of that. It's late.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, new story. My other self. If I'm asked, I might just dedicate a stream to just reading all 12 tales. So the Temple of Trials is technically considered a dungeon. I have no idea why. The temple at last. The trials await. Blimey, it's proper impressive, this place, eh? Shrouded in an air, a potent mystery it is. Did you expect less from the sacred haven built to train the mighty sages? Did you train here, Mr. Rashad? Of course. All who bear the name Sage must pass the trials. So Alicia would have taken the trials too. Oliver. To become a sage, the candidate must possess purity of heart, breadth of knowledge, and mastery of both spells and familiars. Okay, I can't do this. I thought I'd make voices, but no. My voice can't take it. And if we can't pass the trials, there's no way we'll ever be able to beat Shadar. Is there? Precisely, but even the gifts granted to you on passing the trials will not be enough. You will need a far greater power to defeat the Dark Djinn. I guess we'd better just focus on the trials for now, huh? You are ready. It is time to release the seal. Beyond this door waits the Supreme Sage. It must be opened by your hand. Yes, sir. Fair warning. Even if I was going to be doing voices, I would never have tried to imitate the voice of the next character we meet.
So this is the Supreme Sage, is it?
Your Honor, we have come to perform the trials.
Not me.
Huh?
Idiots! I'm the Supreme Sage.
Oh.
That's just my stupid servant Umbopa.
The Temple of Trials, proving ground of the sages. You know, talk of Babanas reminds me. Drippy and Oliver never did get that Babana split, did they? Okay, so heads up, you're gonna want full MP for this. Oh wait, I was talking to the wrong person. Okay, so the trials. Are you ready for mini games? Because that's what this first one is. If you've ever played A Tale of Two Brothers, I forget what the full name is, but that's what we're playing here. Just with Oliver and Esther. You will use the left stick to control Oliver, right stick to control Esther. If you're not good at controlling two characters at the same time, I suggest you move Oliver, then you move Esther, piece by piece. The floor is falling behind you, but there is enough time to do it this way. But just something to bear in mind. Oliver can quickly spin. Esther, for whatever reason, can't. So that's something to be aware of. Now this one is especially tricky if you're not good at controlling two characters at once. But if you get past that first one, the rest of it isn't too difficult. Just remember to keep an eye on where the falling platforms are. Yeah, just remember to keep one eye on where the falling platforms are. And like me, if you're not good at controlling two characters at once, control them in short bursts. Now, that minigame will return. Not in the story, but in something we're going to be doing later. Now, here's what you need full MP for. Well, I believe if you do it right, you only need about 15. The test of wits. I do not remember where everything goes. So, yeah. You need to hear the hint if you've never done this before. Because it's a riddle. The dragon sees the warrior's sword, while the bird is shown his shield. The beast, meanwhile, looks to his right and sees an empty field. I need to hear the first part again. So dragon sees the warrior's sword, while the bird is shown his shield. The beast, meanwhile. So this can be a little confusing because I remember it now. When it says the beast looks to his right, he doesn't mean this right, his right. So we would place him over here. And the mite would go there, since the bird is shown his his shield, the dragon his sword. I demonstrated a mistake that people commonly do, then I proceeded to make the same mistake. Nope, it is over here. Time for the next one. Oh yeah, if you exit out of that early, you are in fact required to repeat the entire thing. You don't really need to hear a hint here. What you need to do, make it, if you know what a optical illusion is, we need to make it look like there are no panels. The lines need to match with our point of view. Like so. Now for the last one. We got another one of these. This one is more complicated. The bird is bound to dragon and moon, and on a star he sits. The beast links warrior, moon, and star, yet knows not where he fits. So we need to place the bird on a star that is linked to a moon and the dragon, while the beast needs to be placed somewhere that links together the warrior, a moon, and a star. And Trevi just explained it. Oh, I get it. The bird has to be on top of a star, and then the lines have to join up with the moon and that dragon there. They knew what they were doing. So, on a star the beast sits. Moon he's connected, so he goes there. The warrior, star and moon, we would place him there. The bird, Did I get it wrong? Okay, on a star he sits, then he would probably go moon. The bird links warrior, moon, and star. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure the beast goes there. Okay. So warrior, moon, and star. The bird most likely does go here. By star, does he mean this? Okay. Okay, yeah, the bird is bound to dragon and... I got the statues mixed up. I know a lot of you are laughing right now. Why is it that now I'm making a fool of myself on stream? So we're about to get the first boss fight. Actually, hold up. I am going to put the lemur with Esther. That way Esther has something to fight with.
Door, up from the floor. Abracadabra.
This is the final trial.
This looks a bit flippin' serious.
Ah! Jeepers! Oliver, look!
Bashura, the final trial. Bashura mainly uses fire, I believe. Well, at the very least, he's weak to water. Okay. So yeah, no. You almost always want to use tricks instead of human party member skills. They are usually a lot cheaper. And I wasn't able to get my evade in. Okay, so now it's a 1v1. Let's take a strong coffee. I managed to get my evade in. And we've been nixed. Nix basically means we can't use magic or tricks. We don't have anything that can cure it though, so and that's it.
We won!
Alright. We have now passed the trials. We got Bridge and Broom Broom. Both are not really helpful spells.
Master.
Here, take this. It's called the Heart-Winning Harp.
Wow, it's beautiful.
And now we can finally go over a new mechanic. We can now tame creatures and turn them into familiars. We get to pick one. going over each one. This is a Shonky Honker. Like Solomon says, it has good defense and magic attack. It's also good at status effects. Kind of all-rounders. However, then we have this one. A Boogly Boo. It can learn... It can learn very powerful tricks. And it packs a punch. It's more of an attacker. Now we have the Lagoon Naiad. It's not good at normal attacks, but it's got some good magical ones. It's primarily a healer, though. I'm gonna choose the Lagoon Naiad for 2 reasons. One, in the next area we go to, you will find hundreds of these familiars. Everywhere. And in the area after that, you can find a Shonky Honker. You cannot find a Lagoon Naiad until around halfway through the game.
Here we go!
Yeah, the Lagoon Naiad is also the best one for Esther. Namely because the Lagoon Naiad has primarily healing skills. So when Esther is wasting her MP, she's at least going to help you no matter what it is. Now, in real combat, there will be a timer. When you see those hearts, you're gonna have to switch to Esther as soon as you can. And that's why some people like to keep Esther alive. But here's the thing. Once you have all the familiars that you want, you never need more. I'm gonna name this one Nelly. Now it's time to go over these things. That's the familiar retreat. It's basically like the PC from Pokemon. Now it's finally time for this. The bread and butter of your familiars. Now, before talking to Solomon, make sure your Might knows all of these moves that you want it to. But have some respect for yourself. Don't grind all the way to level 50. I believe that move is not a very good one, but I don't know what it is myself. Ray of Light is actually a really good skill, but that's assuming you can level up enough to learn it. I am going to keep going as is. But I am gonna save. let me drink some water because this is going to be a lot to explain. Okay, so metamorphosis is basically just evolution from Pokemon, but it works a little differently. As soon as you get that metamorphable thing, you can feed it special treats known as sun drops, star drops, moon drops, and planet drops. The type you feed it depends on its sign. Our mite is a sun sign, so we'd feed it a sun drop. Evolution. Now, something worth taking note. Don't evolve your familiars willy-nilly. If you think you're about to head into a boss fight, hold off on it. Evolving means resetting them all the way to level 1. But here's the upside. Their base stats are a lot higher than they were in their previous stage. So once you get your familiars back to the level they were at before, they'll be even stronger. Additionally, they will sometimes gain things like more movement speed, attack speed, and stamina. Stamina is how long a familiar can stay out before they have to return. Tricks will learn Roly-Poly, Petrifying Poke, Slice and Dice, War Cry, Fling Flame. Fling Flame is the only one of those that is not really good. Ray of Light is a good move, but I'd rather open the door for multiple. Also, you're not allowed to exit out of this. You have to evolve your Mite now. You can get more, but these are a very rare familiar. And finally, you can get some more tricks. Evolving your familiars will also sometimes change their weaknesses and resistances. And the types of stats they get determine what you choose to evolve to. For example, when Mighty gets to the level to evolve again, we'll be able to choose between a fire-based evolution and a water-based evolution. Don't choose the water. If the water looks cool, that's all fine. But the fire one has more attack, it can survive longer, and the only reason you would choose the water one is so your familiar does not lose effectiveness at the end of the game. Anyway, now I can finally go over Go-Go. Go-Go is capable of using storm magic. You're gonna want to keep Go-Go in your party for a specific fight later that is another difficulty spike. Oliver, to my knowledge, is not capable of using storm magic at all. You have to rely on familiars for that. I believe the elements Oliver learns are fire, water, light, and darkness, and physical. Surprisingly, no storm. I don't know why they didn't give Oliver storm magic. It seems like an oversight to me. But you'll notice the Lagoon Naiad is the same genus as Tyler. I recommend having the Lagoon Naiad in your party at all times, because again, although the Lagoon Naiad is not the absolute best familiar, it is still a good familiar. Now, you can choose one of these two to focus into magic attack. But generally, you're going to want one of them to focus on healing. You may notice, this one can't equip a weapon. Some familiars cannot equip weapons. I'm going to put the Lagoon Naiad on... Oh, no. I'm going to put Tyler on Esther. And I'm going to give the Lemur to Oliver. Because again, our Might is now at level 1. Now, for those of you that are playing the remastered version of Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, this is the Switch and PS4 versions. You may have noticed, you got a bunch of tickets. We can give these to Sage Solomon for familiars. Now, the golden versions of familiars are just aesthetics, to my knowledge. But if you wanted your Might to learn more moves before you evolved it, this is probably the best way to get another one. I am going to be using a Draggle ticket. I'm gonna name him Draco. Now, Griffey is actually a good familiar for Esther in terms of attack. I'm just gonna name him Griffles, though. Now, keep in mind, it is a pain in the butt to come back here. So claim the familiar tickets you want, and then just leave. Actually, I'm gonna claim them all, but I won't use them all. I'll name this one... Super Might! Now, I am just going to keep the rest of these names normal. Actually, hold up. Let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, by visiting this, we get 3 files of Sage's Secret, and 3 jumbo of each drop. Those are very valuable. I need to Google something real quick. Because I might be wrong about what I'm about to say, and I don't want to give false information. Okay, if you're worried about changing the name of a familiar, don't be, but also kind of do. you can change names of familiars. I'm gonna name this one Flygon. Again, I actually do not like how the golden familiars look, so I won't be using them. But if you didn't want to evolve your might, the golden one is your best chance at being able to actually learn everything the might has. Now, Flutterby. Oh, I didn't know anything about Flutterby, but looks like Flutterby is a evasion-oriented magic attacker. I'm gonna put him on Oliver. So, dragons are slow, but they rock high defense and attack. So, Griffey is a good familiar for Esther if you need her to have one she can just attack with. Now, the lemur, I do suggest you keep it. It is another rare familiar, and one that can serve well later. I'm actually having to debate here. Okay, so I was gonna go grinding for a certain familiar, but I guess I won't anymore. Let me check this one actually. Is it not in here? Oh! Hold up. Flutterby is not in the Wizard's Companion. Give me a second to do some research. Okay, so from what I'm reading, Flutterby apparently learns the best storm magic in the game, but has pretty bad magic attack. Alright. I see we have new viewers. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I guess let's go. Time to just return to Alma Moon. Now, don't worry if your familiar is level 1, as long as all of your familiars haven't been metamorphosed, you'll be fine. Like, just defeat one enemy around your level, and you'll see your familiars will level up like crazy. Also, seems like there's a volcano. Old Smoky. That, my friends, is our second goal for this stream. Stopping Old Smoky. So let's completely ignore that and go do a couple side quests. So,
We can do this.
Now's a good time to say it. There is no better way to get familiars other than just kill them. Kill them until one of them starts loving you. And it happened already. What?
I'll do my best.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why?
We did it.
Wow! Screw that that thing! Puts me to sleep so I can't serenade it.
We're under attack!
As I was saying, though, you notice our familiar leveled up like 3 times. It won't take long for your familiars to level up again. So the thing that hurts is we're gonna need that sun familiar for a later side quest. So it's just better to get one now instead of waiting until then. Because familiar catch rates are actually really high right now. That's just what I've noticed. Now dragons are their own beasts. Even at level 3, they can more than take a hit. They just can't deal a hit. And you'll notice 26 MP. Also, very rarely can a dragon do something besides psych up. So yeah, there is no better way to tame familiars other than just beating up random enemies until eventually one wants to be your friend. Ah, Bonehead. You'll also notice, after going through Metamorphosis, Mighty over here is now resistant to storm magic. That's gonna come in real handy a little later. Oh, and if you haven't noticed by now, yes, there is a mechanic where, familiars sometimes won't level up as fast as others.
Stay calm now.
Not exactly. There's just a Pokemon mechanic. Oh, a Gold Glim. Each character has a different miracle move. We've only seen Oliver's until now. This one's a healer through and through. New Dawn fully heals all allies. Just wanted to showcase that, but I am fully healed.
We did it!
I'm not throwing. Wait, throwing what? Oh yeah, now we have this side quest. This guy wants us to befriend specific familiars. bunch of unripe bananas, and one that wears a purple turban. So yeah, as far as familiars, take some advice. Pick your favorites. It's right now and stick to them. You will not hate yourself nearly as much if you do that. Because again, when you catch a familiar, most of the time it will be level 1. And that's all the tutorials I'll be doing for the rest of the stream. Thank God. Alright. I haven't seen the teasers yet. Zan? I'm not ignoring you. So yeah, going over these Great Sage's secrets. Fully restores HP and MP. These items are too good to use. There are no items made specifically for selling. What? Wait, why did I just put a braggart's badge on a physical attacker? Alright. Might as well put a third trick on Mighty. Time for the creature cage! We have some new genuses. Again, you'll wanna look at the genus, then you'll wanna look in the Wizard's Companion to see what its favorite food is. For example, the Draconis. Should one wish to befriend such a creature, a gift of hard, chewy treats, such as chocolate, might help break the ice. Then we have birds. They have a particular fondness for all kinds of ice cream. And in regards to bugs, they love sundaes. Where are they? Oh wait, no, I think that's all the genuses we have in the party. Yeah. Okay, I did not mean to feed him that. So, some of you may be wondering what the familiarity is. That's how much a familiar likes you. And after raising it, you can increase the growth limit and the amount of times you can increase your stats. Now, my advice, if the favorite food does not coincide with what you personally want to raise with the familiar, feed it what you want to raise first, and then feed it what it likes. Alright. Okay, Dragon, I'm looking at the teasers now. Dang. Okay, yeah. I actually like what you've done so far.
Stay calm now.
We won!
Stay calm now.
Right.
We did it!
Alright, Mighty learned Fling Flame. But considering we're in a desert, I don't think we should be using it.
Here we go!
Put me to sleep, but it doesn't matter. Oliver's not the one that has to serenade it.
We won!
Why don't we name this one Bandy?
Stay calm now.
Nice. We can already complete that quest. There's honestly no harm in serenading every new familiar to just try to fill out the amount of familiars you have. I'm gonna name this one Boo Nana.
We won! We're under attack!
Oh, and now we can tame one of these things that ruined so many familiar catches, apparently. I'm still upset about losing that son. Let's just name him Flowey.
We can do this!
Undertale wasn't the first thing I had in mind. It's Flowey because its original, it's the name it recommended was Floret. Oh, so Tyler can evolve now. What should we call the tiger? Well, I'm not sure if it'll fit, but I'm gonna try this. Okay, so it barely fits. Cub Classic. Don't worry. Bob is a name that will be used in my final team. I'm already one step ahead of you, pal.
Stay calm now.
Huh. Has the characters stopped talking for you guys? 'Cause they've stopped talking for me. Oh, nice. We got ourselves a bonehead. That's actually a familiar I want.
Nice work!
This is one of the familiars that are going to be on my final team. But this is not the one I want to name Bob. Let's name him Jimbo. Oh, don't worry. Bob's actually going to belong to one of my most useful familiars, if you can believe it. There's one more thing I want to try to explain before the end of the stream. I just need it to happen.
We won!
I mean, oh yeah, technically speaking, I can access the area where the familiar is, but it's kind of strong for me right now.
Here we go!
Seriously. Yeah, I really am starting to get sick of that Florat.
Nice work!
I think our familiars are high enough level. So let's see if we can't metamorph them. Oh wait, we can't. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that's real embarrassing.
What's this?
Ah, finally! So, sometimes you'll come across a situation where a familiar has those hearts, but you already got one or you just don't want to tame it. Two ways to go about it. One, you let the gauge run out. Two, you just smack it. It's got 1 health.
Nice work!
So, if you finish it off when it's like that, you still get experience and money for it. If you let it run away, you don't.
Stay calm now! We won! Let's go!
Oh, and I guess now is a good time to show Pulse off. This is what I mean by being sent flying. That is basically instantly canceling any attack. As long as it isn't a boss. Now, it is worth noting, if Esther is knocked out, familiars will not become tameable. So, I guess only keep her alive if you're hunting for familiars. Oh, well that's lucky. I guess now we are metamorphosing familiars. Actually, no. I want Go-Go to learn Splish Splash. But seeing as how there's no more moves, our little pixie can learn. Evolve! Bubble Bath is what we want to learn. We're gonna have to go to a volcano, so yeah. Healing Rain is going to be a lifeline later in the game. Razzle Dazzle, not so much. Let's see here. Fling Flame is still better than Sandblast. Now, new weapons operate the same for other party members as Oliver. You get them through the story or through another means. Esther is unique. You can't tame familiars unless she specifically has the Heart-Winning Harp equipped. If I were to equip her Time-Worn Harp, not that I would, she can no longer tame familiars. So it is very much worth keeping in mind. let's just pop by the familiar retreat. Alright. Okay. We'll deal with the boneheads and deliver the lover's lunch basket. Then we'll go to Old Smoky. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I actually plan on streaming Monster Hunter World later today, so we can do the pink Rathian hunt and continue the story.
Let's go.
Actually, you know what? I think we'll head for Old Smoky now and do the lover's lunch basket in the next stream. Chances are pretty good we're gonna finish off the boneheads on our way there and back.
Nice flash.
Like so. Here's our last bonehead.
Come on. Nice flash.
Oh, by the way, for those playing along, we are going to be fighting a boss at the top of Mount Smoky. So don't evolve your familiars when you're on the mountain. Or rather, after the halfway point. Trust me, you'll know when the halfway point appears. Oh my god. I thought this genus was supposed to be wait, no, I thought sun signs were supposed to be resistant to sleep. Okay, so this is where we can get the seeds needed for the Tika Mahala.
Watch this!
And see, we already found the Boggly Boo. The Lagoon Naiad was actually the best choice because you find the other two familiars so early that you can just use that opportunity to get them if you have regrets. Oh yeah, if you plan on using Tyler's water attacks, take caution. Tyler takes extra damage against fire. So take extreme caution when using him, because almost every enemy on this mountain uses fire. Oh, hey! Time to tame us a sun! And a Boggly Boo! Let's name this one Sunny. No, I already know what I want to name this one. Tyrone. Yeah, we need 3 of those. Small fry! If you want to catch a small fry, now's your chance, because he's actually a pretty good familiar. He has really good magic attack and is wonderful if you want a familiar that specializes in fire. I am not going to be catching him. Well, okay, no. I will catch him if I can, but I won't be using him. All around, though, Small Fry is a great familiar, though. And this is why we couldn't go to Old Smoky before. Where is it? Here we go, bridge. those are all the spicy seeds we need. After we finish Old Smoky, I will take a short rest, but I will return with more Ni no Kuni. It'll be a bit of a shorter stream, because I feel like the next difficulty spike should be a stream all on its own. Anyway, welcome to Old Smoky. Old Smoky, early on, is the best place if you want evolution drops.
Watch this!
Because almost everything here drops it. Namely, star drops. Now, Ruffian, here's a fun fact for you. If you remember those lion things we fought all the way back at the beginning of the game? A Ruffian is that exact same monster, just evolved. So if you want to skip the first evolution, there you go. And we found another one of these robots. I truly wonder what they are. Also, if you want to grind for drops here, I'd suggest holding off until you unlock a specific thing. Purple chest. Okay, heads up. You can tell if Spring Lock will work on a chest depending on its color. I'm gonna use this. Oliver's current wand is not powerful enough to open this chest. We're gonna need a stronger wand. There was also one in the Golden Grove, but I just didn't call attention to it.
Here we go!
So we need to get a bit of an upgrade. Now, fire-resistant familiars are really good. For example, Draggle.
We did it!
If I remember correctly, it's the Bogglyboos and the Hullaballoons that drop star drops. Wait, no. The Bogglyboo drops star drops, the Ruffian drops sun, and the balloon drops moon.
We did it! We won! We're under attack! We did it! Come on, you guys! We did it! Come on! We won! We can do this! We won! Let's go! Easy! can do this! Nice work!
Alright, we're at the end of Old Smoky. Time for the boss fight.
You came, boy, as I knew you would.
Is that
Crinky is flipping Shadar!
Shadar? Huh?
I have a little trial of my own for you.
Ah!
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 Molten, the king of molten lava. Molten, as you can obviously tell, is on fire. If Tyler had any moment to shine, it's now. You want to try to attack the tail. And now it's our chance. If you manage to attack the tail like I did, he might get stunned. He's also very weak to water attacks. You also do more damage against the tail, just in general. go over what happens if you actually fall in battle. You have two options. You can return to the title screen, or you can continue, or you can restart whatever battle you're in, and if you die in a normal battle, you restart in the last stable place you were standing for 10% of your money. I'm not gonna do that because I saved right before going into the fight.
You came, boy, as I knew you would.
Is that
Clinky is flipping Shadar!
Shadar? Huh?
I have a little trial of my own for you.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
And with that, Old Smokey has been silenced. So I'll end the stream. I'll see you guys in probably around an hour.